I hate the word story is so overused.
Oh,
but
storytelling.
It was storytelling.
Storyteller.
I'm a story.
Yeah, goddamn.
This pair of dunks tells a story. You know what I mean? Like everybody says that.
I'm not trying to wear a story.
I know. Yeah, I just want to wear a cool jersey.
I just want my joint to be hard.
Yeah.
The story should be, I wore it, it looked hard, everybody thought I was cool.
Welcome to Casuals. I'm your host, CJ Toledano. The show where we invite a bunch of comedians on and we talk about the NBA, and then we usually go off track, and who cares? I'm very, very excited because we've been off for a couple of weeks. I ran out of town to meet Austin Reeves' friends and family. People like it, but also my close and personal friends and family question my behavior and asking me if I'm okay. But we are back in studio, and we are joined by, I'm going to give you your credits.
Yeah.
This guy, he's been busy for the last decade. He's head writer of The Late Late Show with James Corden, was the sidekick.
I was the on-air sidekick.
On-air sidekick for the last few seasons.
Yeah.
But now you're available. But you're working on other shit, not to say that.
But no, I'm hireable. If anybody's got to...
He's been kicked out of the business.
The strikes are over. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything.
Yeah, happy strike is over.
Yeah, thank you. Happy strike is over.
But Ian Karmel is in the building.
Thank you.
You guys aren't going to give a nice round of applause for Ian Karmel.
Thank you.
And then
Thank
we
you
have...
for assuming I'm in the unions.
Are you not?
I'm in there. I am in there.
Yeah.
I'm in there. But thank you for just assuming. I am
Of course.
in
I think we're all in the unions.
Yeah.
In the unions.
Yeah, we're in the unions. I definitely...
WGA, post-WGA.
I owe some dues.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I ain't paying them.
You're not paying those?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to.
You don't have to?
You don't have to pay them.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that.
I watch The Nanny every night. My dues is paid up. Fran, if you're watching, I love your work. I'm in the middle of season 5 right now.
That is, we should be able to pay the dues by just showing a record of watching television.
We should. Do you remember when, like, The Nanny was on the first time, and like Fran Drescher was like presented this very like annoying.
Yes.
And then like you go back and watch it now, and you're like, she's beautiful.
Yeah, I was
What was
I
that?
was gonna say she's hot.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know what it was. Maybe just it was like people thought it was okay to hate women.
I think
back
so.
then.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, that woman is talking loud.
her voice, she dressed crazy, but
Yeah.
now like girls would kill for that wardrobe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same effect with like Hillary Banks on Fresh Prince.
Oh, yeah.
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 I look back on that. I'm like, oh, she's supposed to be like this Valley girl who everyone hates. You're like, she's very attractive and cool.
Plus, she lost her husband in a helicopter.
Yeah.
accident.
Y'all lived in very different homes than me. We were like, yo.
Hillary!
We were
Nanny's
in on
tough.
tough. We were
We
in
were
on
like,
Hillary from
day one, we're like, what's up with Hillary? What's up with The Nanny? I knew Pam was hot. I'm like, Martin is tripping. Pam is hot as hell. What the fuck is Martin
Sharing
talking
his
about?
opinions on the mic here, follow through regular. Don't need an introduction. Jamel Johnson.
Jamel McMahon. Yes.
How are you fellas doing? The NBA season is here.
I'm loving it.
I mean, it's pretty good. I'm in 5 fantasy leagues.
Yeah.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up. I didn't know how it was going to come up here, but we are all in a fantasy league together.
We're in a keeper league together that came back together on the very last day.
Wait, can we talk? So we had a very successful season last year.
Yeah, it was great.
Definitely some snafus in our drafting, but we got it together. Everyone on the same page. A lot of fun. This year we were the group chat is alive, but we
kept talking and we were like, should we do it again? Like a week before the season. We were like, yeah. And then I think I dropped the ball.
I don't know because no one was mad.
No one was. I think it was just like
I was hoping you didn't do it.
Right.
I'll be
part
honest.
of me was hoping too. I was like, I hope everybody's just okay with us. And then Dan Hernandez, a very funny writer, was like, let's do this. We're doing this.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, in like 45 minutes, everything came together.
Yeah.
We drafted. And now the season is...
I drafted in the car, drafted in the Taco Bell parking lot. I drafted.
Yeah.
I was at a coffee shop on my phone. I had to run home because it wasn't working.
And I was on East Coast time.
Yeah,
it's like 11 p.m. I'm at the Taco Bell.
Now,
Busy,
would
peak
you say
hours.
you guys got who you wanted?
I don't even believe in wanting anymore.
That's true.
I'm just drafting whoever. I'm in so many leagues. I got half the league in my phone right now.
Yeah.
I had a chaotic draft in our league. I have Zion Williamson. I got Ja Morant because I was like, stash that asset.
Yeah,
I mean,
at
that's a
some
big
point.
stash. That's a playoff stash.
It's a playoff stash, but I'm like 0-2 and looking at 0-3 because I also drafted Anthony Simons, who immediately went out 4 to 6 weeks.
But I think that's everyone is being cursed by some of these injuries.
I mean, that's why I'm
as
in
your
so
favorite
many
team and all
leagues,
these.
because I knew that one league would go terribly wrong, but if I'm in 5 leagues, one will be good.
I've got Luka and I'm winless, and Luka has been playing like out of his mind.
Well, and this is my second year of really trying.
Yeah.
And I'm learning it is about those guys like who are in the cut, like, people aren't talking about them. They're just dudes who are just like,
It's a Lou Dort.
Yeah, contributing to the game, playing the game the right way.
It's about who's getting minutes in April, bro. I was in first all year, and I finished 4th.
Yeah.
Devastating. Disgusting. I lost to this fucking doof.
I'm sorry.
Are you kidding?
I was adding and dropping like crazy. Yeah, there's all those rules that I realize why they're made. It's because assholes like me are like, no one's up at 7 a.m. checking their fantasy and hates
Scooping
their
up
life.
Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not that he's available, but like
last year that was a
league.
That was a last year scoop. He's too hot right now.
I'm winning my Great British Bake Off league though, by a fairly sizable margin. Yeah.
Similar? Is it like similar strategy?
You pick people just based on their pictures before the very first episode.
Wow.
And we're like pretty deep into the season. I got all 5 of my bakers still in it. I think I got this one locked up.
That's
knock
locked
on
up,
wood.
dog.
But like,
And what is the prize similar? Is it cash or is it like
there's no prize.
There's no prize.
It ain't even a cake. Yeah, it should for sure be.
My wife's in it. She'll bake me a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes baking. Yeah.
Then you won the league.
I won the league. I won life.
Yeah, when you met Dana.
Is that on
that's
Yahoo?
That's great.
Is that are y'all running that through Yahoo?
It's on oh god, but I was gonna say bodega is not the right word. What's the gambling website? Bovado, yeah. That would have been maybe
all
funny
illegal.
if I pulled the reference. It's very offshore.
All stealing our info.
It's not. It's neither the British nor the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's a third Virgin Island that they run it out of.
I do want to set the table here, and it's the most obvious thing. Anyone who's watching this knows you.
That's
but
right.
You are I actually only upload it to your family's devices.
They've gathered around in
It's on their desktop.
Beaverton, Oregon. Yeah.
But you are from Beaverton, Oregon. You are a I don't even want to call you a fan because you're a part of the Portland Trailblazers organization.
For better or worse, yeah.
And so from birth.
From birth.
And take us through that, because that would have been, and I don't want to say your age on here, but that's the 80s.
26.
Early 26.
26 years old.
So you've been around for the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But you've been probably the most like public, I feel like, Blazers fan, and you work with the team quite a bit.
Yeah.
And authority, I would say.
I'm pretty fortunate that the Blazers don't have like if Amine decides to become a bigger Blazer fan at any point, I'm out. I'm like out. I'm like right now. I'm the Jordan Poole of the Portland Trailblazers, where I'm like getting up shots.
Hey, listen, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. You don't have to do that. You're better than that.
All right, I'm the Kuzma.
At least.
Yeah, he's valuable.
Tyus Jones, maybe.
I'm Tyus Jones.
That's pretty good.
Anybody could use me right now. The fucking Grizzlies could use me right now. How did I get into the team? Like, so I was just a big Blazer fan growing up. And when I started to become like aware, I was born in 1984, like late 1984. So like the 89, 90, 91 is like when I started to like be aware of basketball and like remembered things and was like, oh, that's Clyde Drexler. That's Terry Porter. Those were like amazing teams. I loved those teams. The Blazers practiced at the Middleman Jewish Community Center. This was back in like when a lot of teams didn't have their own practice facilities.
Right.
So they practiced where I went to preschool. So like you would be
that's nuts
at the cafe. You know what I mean? Like having like a hot dog, and then like Buck Williams and Kevin Duckworth would walk by. Because they would just have to walk in through the main door to get to the gym.
Wild.
And they also were in elementary school with you.
They were in the classes. It was a Muppet Baby situation.
Just their avias, you can see. Yeah.
And But like the gym they practiced in too was also where all the like middle-aged Jewish dudes ran pickup.
Wow.
So they just hung a big, because it was just a massive gym with like 4 courts in it, and they just hung a big curtain. You know, like they do it like so.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Then a bunch of
YMCA.
dentists would just be running.
Bunch of dentists, and then right over here, the Western Conference champions, and then like another court with a bunch of dentists.
And then the
on it.
dentists over there cursing each other out.
Just getting into it with each
Just
other.
Could you
getting
imagine
physical.
yelling like
Cliff
ball,
Robin-
ball, ball to Nate McMillan? Like,
Having to roll it back
hey,
over.
can you throw that over here?
Cliff Robinson
Yeah.
just like getting pulled into a minion. We need a. Are you a Jew? No,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
you're past 13. Get in here.
We have 9. We need one more Jerome Kersey.
Speaking of Jerome Kersey, later on, so I became a I just love the Blazers. The
Yeah.
entire time I loved the Blazers. I became a stand-up comedian. And then I remember the Helium Comedy Club in Portland, when
Yep.
it opened, they sent out an email to the local comics who worked it, asking if any of us were Blazers fans, because the regional sports network had
Yeah.
like a show that was on after games called Talkin' Ball.
Yeah.
And they were looking for comedians to come sit on the panel
Oh my God.
just for like a one-off. But I went and did it. A couple other people did it. But I was the only like local comedian who was doing well, who was also like from Portland.
Yeah.
Like Ron Funches was there, but he's from Chicago. He's a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
Shane Torres was there, but he's from Dallas, you know? And like, so I just became a regular on that show on Talkin' Ball. So after every game, I would get to sit there with Jerome Kersey,
Yeah.
with like local sports people. Like Chris Haynes was on that show.
Oh, my
Who's now like a
God.
major newsbreaker. Abby Chin, who's the Boston Celtics sideline
Yeah.
reporter. Ben Golliver, who's
Yep,
like a big
yep.
basketball writer, was like on those shows too.
The Wizards could never.
Yeah.
No,
The Wizards would never.
But and so that's so great because I do think there is like a criticism now of like comedian with another basketball podcast,
Yeah.
right? But what year is this?
Of just loving basketball.
I know of like being on Talkin' Ball.
Oh, of being on Talking Ball. Like what this would have been, I was still in Portland, so this was like 12, 13, 14
and
years
that's
ago.
like
15
insane.
years ago. Yeah.
You know, like that's ahead of its time and you got to that's my dream.
It was forever. It was, I mean, honestly, if I could have made a living wage doing it, I remember it was,
Right.
but at the time it was like $200 a game, maybe $250.
That's pretty good.
And that was nuts. I was like, I couldn't believe I was making that much money to just sit there and talk with like actual basketball people about basketball. It was crazy. I could like, it's still like a dream job. But that kind of got me in with the Blazers from then on out. And then I've gotten to do like, I got to help unveil their mascot.
Yeah.
And like, you know, they'll put me up on the Jumbotron when I'm
Yeah.
at games in Portland, which is like crazy. That's like
That's
all I've ever
awesome.
wanted.
You get jersey input. They give you jersey input.
I weigh in on all the jerseys. I'm pushing the plaid every year.
Yeah.
Hitting that plaid button.
It did take them a while because they did did they do the PDX carpet last year?
We've done PDX carpet. I think was last year.
The carpet is really that big of a deal?
It was a decade ago. It was like they were like a decade late.
And
on
that's
it.
just lazy
Yeah.
people from outside of Portland who are saying, well, "You guys are the airport carpet people, right?"
It feels like it was like a kitschy put a bird on it ass
Right.
Portland era kind of thing to do to be into the like carpet because
Yeah.
that carpet hasn't even been in the airport for like 8 or 9 years.
Wow, I thought
Which
that
is-
was like
No.
it was carpet before airport.
They got a different twee carpet now. It's a whole
Okay.
different one.
It kind of looks similar. I was
It
just
look-
up
it
there.
does
looks
look pretty
dope.
similar.
Well, speaking of the uniform, so because
The real heads can tell.
so Rip City, they've done the carpet, they did the plaid.
We did this. We did a Native American Indian one
Okay.
2 years ago. That was the brown jersey.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that one's
Yeah,
sick.
that was like I really like
That
that.
is
I got
so
that hoodie.
underrated.
Yeah,
I got the hoodie from
yeah,
that
the
one.
brown Oregon
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like
I got the
I got
McCollum
the
jersey,
jacket from
yeah.
that as well.
really
With
like
the
that
warm-up.
line. I thought that was cool. And also it's one of the ones where it was like, oh, this is also telling like a. I hate the word story is so overused.
Oh,
but
storytelling.
It was storytelling.
Storyteller.
My story.
Yeah, goddamn.
This pair of dunks tells
Yeah.
a story. You know what I mean? Like everybody says that.
I'm not trying to wear a story.
I know. Yeah, just want to wear a cool jersey.
The
I just
story-
want
these are
I just want
ugly
my joint to
teenagers
be
with-
hard.
Yeah.
The story should be I wore it. It looked hard. Everybody thought I was cool.
End of story. End of story.
in the story.
But like that was a cool like the reason for it was
Yeah.
like cool and that like they donated all this money to like the tribes. I think the Grand Ronde, I think, or maybe something like that. Could be wrong about
Right.
that. But yeah, that was cool. And then they've done like a couple different plaid ones.
Okay.
Yeah. They've been all right.
I just want to, the brown, like think about sports and uniforms. Wearing brown is like risky.
It's risky.
But that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
and they did
It
some
was
like,
very
like
cool.
flashes of like, oh man,
not
I
to be
forgot
disrespectful
about
to stories. I was really hating on stories
Yeah.
back there, but that was
the
a good
bonus
one.
is that it's a story too, but the
Yes.
fact that they pulled off that brown is sick.
It has to look good.
Yeah.
And then if the story's there, fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Jamel, what are you thinking about the Wizards unis right now?
I think they're also fine. Whatever they're doing the what are we doing? We're doing a story. The stone. It's the boundary stones.
Yeah, that's right.
The
plot of
original
land, right?
boundary of the original plot of land of the
What?
District of Columbia.
And what color is that?
Back when we had a senator, they used to have these boundary stones. It's like it's black, but it's supposed to be like a kind of like oxidized. It's like like greenish, brownish.
And they got Kispert rocking those. Is that
They
the
got
one?
Corey Kispert. He's the
that's-
only one wearing
That's a
it.
tough look.
It's just kiss.
It's just Kispert. Everybody else has the regular
I
red, white,
thought
and blue,
this-
and it's just him out there.
It is, and I thought the story was going to be he's like related to the founding fathers in some way.
It's fine that they do that.
He
I
belongs
didn't
to
even
the-
know that there was a boundary stone.
Yeah,
I was there. I had no clue.
You're from there.
Yeah.
And you don't know the story of the boundary stones.
Not at all.
Come on.
I could tell you the story of Yum's Carryout on 14th Street.
How about that?
I could tell you that story.
I feel like people would be thrilled if that was the jersey.
They haven't gotten there yet. At least it's not red,
Yeah.
white, and blue. They're starting to just think outside of red, white, and blue. But they're not quite there yet.
Because that's a dual narrative situation. Go back to, I'm just trying not to say stories now, but it's like, you guys are the Wizards. And like when it was the teal and the wizard, that made sense. But then like you went with this like, we're the nation's capital, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're still the Wizards. What fucking wizard is this?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Patriotic wizards? Yeah, right, bro. No Merlin in this world is a patriot.
Float above all that political stuff. They have that bird's eye view.
They're
They don't get
beyond
involved in
that.
all that.
Exactly, bro.
It's here for such a short time, and the Wizards are here forever.
But what a wizard would do
Yeah.
is hang out at Yum's Carryout and make your jersey look like a 4-piece wings with fries.
So what I said this before the show, I did realize a lot of these uniforms or jerseys started with one person's idea, and I'm
Right.
like, and a lot of them, that's awesome. Congrats. Let me ask you guys, if you could design a jersey for the Blazers and for the Wizards, what? So you said, what is it called?
Oh, the boundary stones?
No, you Yum Carryout.
Oh,
What is
Yum's
it?
Carryout.
Yum's
that's
Carryout.
not. If I actually got, I said Yum's Carryout for comedy purposes.
Okay.
If I actually got to do it,
Yeah.
it would just look like it would look like classic streetwear, or I would do. See that it's
Pick a
hard
theme, pick a
because
place, pick a
the
reference.
theme I want to go with go-go. I want to lean more into the go-go. The minor league team is the Capital City Go-Go,
Right.
and they use the
Sick
Congos on
logo.
the logo. It's sick. But I'm like, you could go a little harder, maybe do like something like with a specific band, like a Rare Essence. The problem with that is it's white and red. Is kind of the when you think about classic
Right.
go-go stuff, it's kind of like that. But I think what would be better is just getting into the streetwear that they did. Maybe every city did this. Did Portland have dudes making their own shirts, and the theme was always like a tall tee with like stitched letters that were different colors, like a rainbow of colors.
Oh, not the part of Portland I was in.
Because if that's hood dudes nationwide, maybe we don't own it. But growing up, I thought we owned that, like the multicolor stitched,
I
like
feel like I
the
saw that
letters, like kind of slightly
later
misplaced.
on. Like maybe people took that from, much like wearing like foam posits and New Balance. Like
Yeah.
took
True.
it from foam posits was like a DC thing,
For
right?
sure, man.
That would be interesting.
What about a whole
Come
foam
on.
posit?
Just
Yes.
a foam jersey, a jersey that
Whole thing
just
is
looks
a
like
composite
material.
uniform.
just everybody just walk out there like a rib cage.
Yeah.
And they're just like old samurai.
Looking like
That
the
could be
Green
fun.
Goblin and Spider-Man turn off the dark.
Yes.
Or Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula. But,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But blue, dude. Just that weird.
Shiny
and Penny
blue.
Penny will coach the team
That'd be tight.
when they wear those.
That'd be
cool.
cool.
That's where we need it. See,
Yeah.
they need to make us the commissioner.
Yeah. You
could do a
Just us
national.
three as
Three of us should do it.
They just got rid of the pandas. Could also do I would like to do a national zoo thing.
That's
yeah.
But the
my
pandas
God.
is gone.
Yeah. And then bring a panda mascot in for the night for those nights.
Yeah, bring
Bring
Pax.
a- bring
The Mystics mascot is a panda. It's Pax the panda.
Isn't Meta World Peace? Isn't one of his
Yeah,
names Panda?
I think he changed his name.
Exactly.
Like
We
Panda
could get
Nice
Meta
or
to come.
something.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could give him to come through.
Get him to come through.
Ian, what jerseys do the Blazers need to do?
I'm not saying this just because I'm wearing this sweater right now, but I think something with like the trees, like an outline of the trees would be like a cool look for them.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a, like Portland looks like a little Ewok village.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
When you fly in, it's just like a little town amongst these mountains and these evergreen trees. And I think something with that would look pretty cool.
It seems like such a layup. I mean, no pun intended, but just like it's so easy. And then they have so much other merch they can do. Release a cardigan or like give out the cardigan.
Yeah.
You know?
Let Trailblazers design their uniform. I would be very excited about that.
And that's shout out to them.
Yeah.
Like not even a Blazers fan, but looking and just like creating shit. I'm like looking at their stuff and it's incredible.
They do such good work. I just kind of wish the Blazers wouldn't keep going to the plaid. Like, I understand that it's like hipsters wear plaid and like also we have the lumberjack connection.
Yeah.
And also Dr. Jack Ramsey wore like crazy plaid pants all the time. Mm-hmm. We've been there.
Yeah.
We've done that. More than anything, I would like to see them go to the like those throwbacks. I would like to see the Trailblazers or like the Portland down like the side that like Bill Walton wore.
Yep.
Or the quote unquote Jailblazers era.
Yep.
Just like blazers like that across.
Just
I
to
would love
take
that.
on that.
That's the one that they haven't done in a while. In 2019, they did do the down the
down the line. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, real quickly, because I know everyone was looking to you when it happened.
Yeah.
Dame, how are you feeling about that? A few games in to this season.
I mean, for me, it was like a Band-Aid being ripped off a little bit,
Yeah.
or like a divorce where both the couples still like they still love each other, but they recognize the marriage was over.
Yeah.
So I was fine with him leaving Portland. I thought it was funny he didn't go to the Heat.
Yeah.
And now he's in Milwaukee, and they have the second worst defense in the league.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the Damian Lillard experience a little bit, which is he's amazing on offense. I just think they don't know who they are yet.
Yeah. And that's, I think, happening a lot where everyone's chasing names and like just trying to stack the deck, and it's just like you're missing all the other like pieces for a basketball team.
Right, exactly. Chris Middleton is not somebody I think you can pay. Like he's not the dude he used to be. Like again, going by on like names. That's a dude who used to be able to move laterally much better than he could and like lock people up, and now. Brook Lopez is good at defense, but in a very specific way. And Giannis is a good roamer, but dude, people, Maxey, Cam Thomas, all these people keep putting up. I mean, these are great scorers, but just going to the bank on Lillard, and they need to figure out a way that's not like Marjan Beauchamp to help him out on defense.
Yeah.
So it's fun watching them there. I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll probably somehow make another trade at some point in this season. To make their defense better. But, I don't know, man. It's good watching him. And then, it's fun watching the Blazers, although we've lost Simons already.
Yeah.
And Scoot has been...
He's young.
He's young.
He's young.
And that's, man, but
He's young.
it's tough to come into the league with Wemby.
Dude, real tough.
I'm just noticing that because... Scoot, yeah, I mean, and also too, we hyped him up because a lot of people just want to be contrarian to this Wemby stuff, and they're like, Scoot is the real rookie of the year, and it's like, whoa, don't take it out on you.
I mean, it's also his name is Scoot. You got to go with it.
You want to go with the dude named Scoot.
You want to go with the dude named Scoot.
Yeah.
What have you
liked? Stretch Wembanyama.
What have you liked so far about Scoot?
The dude's personality is amazing.
Yeah.
He's fantastic on that. I don't think he's going. I think he can have a bunch of shit games in a row. And I don't think it's really going to phase him. I think he's going to keep playing his brand of basketball. His effort is also insane.
Yeah.
I went to the first Blazers game this season because they were playing the Clippers here in LA. And if somebody else was like shooting free throws, on the second free throw, he would start running towards the basket.
Yeah.
Just like hoping it would ricochet off and he could go up and grab it and like put it back, or like, you know, grab it for the rebound and start the break the other way. Like, if he keeps doing that kind of stuff, I think it's going to go fantastic.
Yeah.
And again, like, you can already tell, like, the team loves him, the city loves him. It's just like, we need that 122-point, 11 assist game.
And again, it's so early. We're like, what, 7-8 games in?
Yeah.
Like, and he'll have that. I mean, he's contributing. And the problem is too, like, they're expecting, oh, we got, 8 and we got, like, we're not necessarily rebuilt. Like, people were expecting them to, like, recover from blowing up the team essentially. Yeah. And for a rookie to have to also do that is, like, unfair. Like, NBA fans are insane.
I don't think he should have gone with a 0-0. Even though his
Yeah.
name is Scoot and he's got like the 2 O's in
Is
the middle of
that
his
why?
name, I think that's why it is.
Oh my god.
I like it.
I had no
I like
idea.
it if it's 2 O's. I'm Scoot.
Scoot, but like Damian Lillard was the letter O. They were like
Yeah.
the letter O for Ogden, Oakland, Oregon.
Wow.
And now he's doing this like 2-0 thing. It's a little too
And
close.
didn't Melo do that?
Did he do that?
Was Melo?
Oh, Stay Mellow. Yeah.
I thought so.
He was
in
double
double
zero in
zeros,
Portland as well.
but
Yeah.
well, he would have been Stay Melu.
With the 7, he was Stay Mellow.
Stay Melu. That's why it
Stay
didn't
Melu.
work out because it's we don't stay Melu.
No, you shouldn't stay Mellow.
Remain Melo.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But we had they wouldn't let him wear 7 because of Brandon Roy. Even though they've never retired his number.
Huh.
But they have it on this weird, like, they bought the plot, but they haven't buried the body.
And they don't, because they don't want to talk about it or think about it, right?
I don't know what it is. There's always a tense relationship between the team and players when they leave that makes me kind of vaguely uncomfortable. Like,
I think that's all teams because the front offices are a bunch of weird, rich,
Right.
white dudes.
and like a lot of like, we don't want you anymore kind of
Yeah.
things that get cut off. But like, it was always weird with Rashid.
Which you
Still
should
weird with Rashid.
You should just claim that. Like
We fucking love the
Yeah.
city loves Rashid. They're
Yeah.
like my garage is covered in Rashid Wallace like art just made by people in Portland.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he like I mean I don't blame him because he was part of like the latter end of that like Jailblazers where
Yeah.
the press was like they're thugs, you know, because they wore like hoodies.
right.
It was
And that's
that
not their
era.
fault. Yeah, hoodies and unlaced Timbs. They're
Yeah.
like, these guys are up to something.
They like smoking weed like
Yeah.
everyone else in
Yeah.
Portland.
Yeah.
Everyone else in Portland. They were people like rolling joints like, yeah, these guys got to get their shit together. Like watching the games. Like it was
Yeah.
insane.
Was he also here? Was he in Portland during the Donaghy stuff?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
And
he
and
was.
there's like full podcasts where Donnie is just like, yeah, I was targeting Sheed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful.
So it's messed up. But despite all that, NBA champion.
Rashid Wallace, yeah.
Yeah.
For somebody else.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
How
Okay.
beloved is Brian Grant in the city?
People love Brian
Yeah,
Grant.
Brian
People love Brian
Grant.
Grant.
Like nobody younger than 30 knows about Brian Grant, and everyone 30 and over loves Brian Grant.
And I will say one of the early faces of NBA 2K, if you guys remember that.
That's right. Yeah.
If you watch those old Dreamcast commercials, it's like AI, Brian Grant, and Sonic.
Pushing the big 3.
Yeah, the big
The
three.
original big 3.
Try to beat that.
Trying to shoot
that
free
front
throws
court.
by pushing both the
Oh my
joysticks at
god.
the same time.
The chunkiest fucking controller. You had to like hug it to play.
You did. It was like
Yeah.
it was like a full body.
But I
workout.
want that.
Yeah.
Everything's so sleek and efficient.
Yeah.
Like, give me something chunky.
You want to feel it. You want the pops
Yeah.
and whistles. You're becoming like a video game, like vinyl, like like a video game vinyl hipster.
Things aren't okay at home. No, I'm just kidding. But at Dreamcast, yeah, I just remember Brian Grant in those. It was like this commercial where all the Sega. I don't know if you guys remember this. Pull this up if at some point. But it's like, yeah, that was my childhood. It was seeing Tails and Brian Grant high five when
Yeah.
the Dreamcast came out.
I remember the Tracy Morgan ESPN sports game ads more than anything
yeah.
else. Remember when ESPN was trying to compete with
I
2K
remember that,
and
yeah.
EA Sports, and they had ESPN football, hockey, baseball, and Tracy Morgan was playing all of the sports in the series of ads. And he also had like a crazy like lazy eye that I think was cosmetic.
He went into makeup. He was like,
He
give
had
me a lazy eye.
put a lazy eye on me.
I still can't get past the O thing you had said because I didn't realize that, and now I'm
yeah.
realizing Grant. There's a little bit of like a Grant timeline. You got Harvey Grant.
Yeah.
You got Brian Grant.
Yeah.
And now you got Jeremy
You know,
Grant.
we have Jeremy Grant.
There's something.
And there's a Grant High School, which is where Indomakong Sue and Matt Bronger went.
Whoa.
Together at the same time.
They used to do a little two-man
Maybe,
act?
right?
We're a little two-man
They
act.
used to have a little thing they used to do.
The greatest
They had a
Portland
rap
comedy
group.
duo.
They had a rap group.
It was rapping.
I think Bronger is older than Indomakong
Okay.
Sue.
Okay.
But
That
they
also
both
checks
went
out.
there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Incredible. I want to get a little bit into the current news of the season. Can you guys explain to me the in-season tournament? It's okay if you can't. Maybe we could figure it out together.
I'll explain it to you, CJ.
Okay.
Okay, so Adam Silver watched something called the FA Cup
Yeah.
Yes.
one day.
Okay.
The FA Cup is the Football Association. This is every pro soccer team in the United Kingdom. I assume they let the Faroe Islands be involved.
Probably the Orkneys.
Yeah,
can
I
get
think
involved
they
want to.
if they feel like
the Isle
it.
of Man, if it's an odd year, the Isle of Man can get involved.
Anyway, this is just like an extra tournament on top of the pro season and international season. It's just a little extra sauce, and everybody gets a chance to win a championship, and it's fun and it's nice.
It's nice. It's fun. Okay.
The thing about the FA Cup that's cool is like even teams that like play on weekends only. And it's like a bunch of dentists. Like
yes,
really.
There is a ladder where they could conceivably end up playing Manchester United in the FA Cup. Like if they played their way up through the tournament.
See, that's fun. The NBA has not implemented an aspect like that.
So they're doing like just a third of it. It's just like what if we took 10 regular season games and made them count again?
What it feels like with the All-Star game, the dunk contest, and I think this is going to happen with the in-season tournament now too. They're good on accident every 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they seem to be like every 4 years, one of them, like you get a good dunk contest and it's like, oh shit, we love the dunk contest again.
Yep.
All-Star game's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
That first year with the Elam ending was amazing. The next year was like, what is this? It was terrible. So I think what they're doing is just introducing another thing that might hit on accident once every 4 years.
But this one's a slow burn.
Real slow burn.
And then it's jarring to turn on the television, and then it's like
it is
dodgeball court or like...
God-awful. The court, I don't know if they look... I knew people who went to the game in Portland, and they said it was matte, and like not shiny, it was like a matte finish, and it actually looked a little bit cooler in person.
Okay.
But on TV... It's fucking disgusting.
Bro, it looked crazy on TV.
It looks like my TV or like an NES game where it is like I don't know when I didn't blow into the cartridge.
I thought
and
I had
it's
to
like
blow
bleeding,
on my
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I understand wanting to make them feel special and wanting them to feel like they are a different. Like you should know that you're watching the NBA in-season tournament and not just a random game between the Blazers and the Kings or whatever. Right. There's got to be a better way to do that.
Just the trophy on the court, man.
That was
great. The colors. The trophy would have been more than enough.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trophy, though.
Why, when the WNBA did this, it seemed way less goofy?
Maybe because they don't have as many traditions. They probably also did a much less goofy version of it, but maybe
that's
also...
the Wizards?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a city edition.
Gray and turquoise?
Yeah, we're playing the in-season tournament on behalf of the city's boundary stones.
What are you saying to me? You keep saying this, and I keep letting it happen.
It's a mess.
These gray courts give me seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
Every time I watch a game, I get so depressed. Like, because when Brooklyn played like a couple whole seasons on it, and I was like, this is depressing.
And I don't know who made the joke, but it looked like Schindler's List.
It does.
The red coat, and it's just like... It's weird.
It's about the same amount of depressing.
And this affects gameplay because I think players, like with the restricted lines and like there's some courts, I don't know if you keep scrolling, the out of bounds bleeds into, that's kind of cool, Detroit's. I just think the Bad Boys thing is kind of cool.
I like their all jerseys this year. Cool too. Yeah, the city editions.
Yeah, so they got half of these right on accident
they
for
did.
sure.
Yeah. And maybe that's a good percentage.
Didn't the Knicks court, wasn't it orange? And you're playing with an orange ball?
Yes. Yeah.
Like that, like, what's up, guys?
Yeah, what?
Ooh, that is not good.
It's like something you would make, like you would get baked and go on NBA 2K.
Yeah.
And move a team, and you're like, oh, I get to design the court. And you would like get that far into it, and you'd be like, I'm just going to turn the Xbox off.
Yeah. I'm making a court that looks like rollerball.
Yeah.
It just seems like you can hit people on these courts.
Yeah.
Like they're not playing with NBA rules anymore.
Or like, what is that artist MC Escher painting where like you try to trick the depth or whatever?
Yeah.
I think I've been saying it for weeks, and I'm going to keep saying it on every platform. I don't care where I'm at. I'm going to keep saying it. It should be like the FA Cup, and it should involve every professional basketball team in the country.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't, the courts don't need to be wacky, and it should be kind of more tied to the preseason. I think you still have the championship. You can still do it in Vegas right before Christmas. You can still do that, but just
call Ice Cube, tell him to put his 5 best big 3 players.
That would be,
you know what I mean?
yes.
Get those dudes practicing next to the Blazers at the Middleman Jewish Community Center.
Yeah.
Tell those 5 guys named Irving that they've got a chance. Free trip to Vegas.
Man.
Come on, let's do this.
Let's do it all the way, man. Yeah. I want to see the Chicago Bulls have to play the Baltimore Bayhawks or whatever.
That would be more interesting. But I think you don't lose anything other than how dumb it is.
Yeah.
I see here you have the Heat court. Did you guys see?
Yes, please.
Did you guys see the key on the Heat court?
Yeah, I saw the Heat court because we went down there and lost.
Okay, I'll read this out loud. Hardest working, best conditioned, most professional, unselfish, toughest, meanest, nastiest team in the NBA.
I've officially turned the corner on this Heat culture thing, and I'm out.
I'm out.
It is.
I was in for a long time.
It is really bad.
This offseason notwithstanding, with all the Tyler Hero for Damian Lillard stuff, I love the Heat. I think they're great. I mean, Spo's a Portland guy from way back. They're so much fun to root for. This shit is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's not right, man.
This is awful. This is I was talking to Zach Harper, my friend, about this, and so sorry for repeating myself, but this is like when you're in a relationship and you kind of have a baby talk thing that you do with your partner. Yeah. And it's you keep it in your house. Yeah. And it makes both of you happier. It's sweet. It's that kind of thing. Yeah. But then if you see people who do that at a dinner party or in public, you're like, what are you doing? You're like, that's baby time. That stays in the locker room. That's fine to say to each other. That's fine to have as a personal ethos. But you put that on the court like it's a piece of fucking driftwood art in your kitchen? That's weird.
It's exactly what it is. It's driftwood art of best mom or whatever.
It's wine o'clock somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that kind of, it's so lame.
I just don't know. There are so many people that work in this building for the organization. No one just pressure tested it at all.
They didn't.
It comes up on podcasts so often is what it is. And also all Heat culture is just having to make a weigh-in.
Yeah.
That's what Heat culture is.
Male eating disorders. That's what it is.
It's telling Jermaine O'Neal he can't have Oreos. That's the Heat culture.
It should be a mad Jermaine O'Neal on the court and Oreos with a big X over it. That would make more sense than that.
Udonis Haslem couldn't have thought this was a good idea.
No. Well,
he signed off.
He must have.
He has some Stockholm syndrome. He's been there too long that he's just thumbs up everything.
Is this coming from Pat Riley?
I think Pat Riley has been dead for 20 years.
I think you're right.
Whoa.
And they just keep using him. They Weekend at Bernie's.
Season at Bernie's?
You got to listen. Yeah.
Season at Bernie's again?
Season, turn him on, take him out of his box.
They use puppet strings to make him dump the rings on the table.
Yeah, they're would you defy this corpse of Pat Riley?
It's Alonzo Mourning up above him with puppet strings.
Okay, but so it definitely feels like the NBA, we've wanted them to, they're a progressive league and they got maybe a little progressive drunk.
Yeah.
And have done the in-season, the new uniforms. Adam Silver, I saw his clip the other day because now they did the partnership, the official underwear of the NBA is Skims. Which I thought was funny, but then I was talking to someone else here, and they're like, there are so many black-owned underwear companies, and they just went with Kim Kardashian.
Is Kim Kardashian not black?
Well, she might have. She had honorary status. She had honorary status for a while there. Yeah. When she was trying to get Larry Hoover out.
That's true. I'm
did
sorry.
get honorary.
She has good intentions here.
Yeah.
But I'm fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
But that is weird.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But the league is doubling down. Adam Silver is telling TMZ Sports, which you should just ignore those cameras. I don't know if you guys saw this, but
no.
Although I'm not going to show you, I'm wearing them right now.
No way. Okay, so are they as comfortable as people say they are?
Absolutely. I strongly recommend them to everyone.
I love that. How is it going to change the way players play? Is it going to make the game better?
Oh, yeah. Because when guys are more comfortable, it makes them play better. So, yes, it's going to have a direct impact on the game.
Adam's wildin'. He is bugging right now. He had a Michelob Ultra before he said that.
He did a Michelob Ultra keg stand with Jimmy Butler behind his Escalade.
That was nuts.
How big of a check did they cut the
Yeah.
NBA if the commissioner is shilling for them?
Nah, Skims
It
did
definitely
put some bread in,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's like
Yeah.
put the ads. It's on the court
Bro,
now.
there's
but
no
like
rules
Adam
on
Silver,
payola for draws. There's just payola draws can do payola.
It's the Wild Wild West. Payola for underwear.
The thing that doesn't make sense to me is that aren't Skims for like slimming?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Adam Silver is like, no offense, but like he's Skeletor. Like
Yes. Yeah.
He's like
so
a
it's
2x4.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a slender
he's
man.
not wearing like Skims will be baggy on him if he wore
It does
Skims.
explain their choice of underwear in the past. The brand that they had before was it Ethica or whatever.
That sounds familiar.
Some whack
Maybe
draws.
Stance.
They were like weird. It was like bike short.
Oh, so
Type.
there's a proud legacy of official NBA underwear.
Yeah, and it not being good.
Yeah.
They've never used good underwear,
Okay.
so it's kind of in line with what they do.
But I don't think Adam Silver was like picking his wedgie all last 2 seasons and like we need to change things around here.
He can only wear the official
Yeah.
underwear of the NBA.
I
You have
mean,
to fire off like a pick every day.
Yeah.
What kind of
Wear
underwear
them
do
again.
you think he actually wears?
I think he's a Hanes guy, right? Or Fruit of the Loom,
Thongs.
classic guy. You think he
I would
wears a
love
thong?
if it was thongs.
Thongs, bro.
Maybe he's like hairless. You know what I mean? It's like one of those cats.
He definitely looks like a bat.
Yeah, he looks like a bat.
He looks like Bat Boy grown up.
Bats wear thongs, of course.
I could see they do. Bats wear thongs.
Bats definitely wear thongs.
Yeah, I think it was a thong.
So yeah, I was just really thrown off by that.
I think it was an Armani Exchange thong.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The Skims is exciting news. I would like to see Kenny Lofton Jr. in full Skims.
Yes.
Nice.
What if he does
See
come
how
out
much
and
of a
he
difference.
just like looks just so?
Like a V.
I would definitely go out and buy that.
I would immediately buy Skims.
That would be wild.
I know some.
He looks like Aaron Gordon when he puts his Skims on.
They got 2 Aaron Gordons out there. Whoa!
Drops 40.
And then drops 40.
Yeah.
I've known some chubby male celebs who wore Spanx. In
Yeah.
the past. That's definitely a thing.
No, I definitely. But
Well, I've
it's
considered.
Just,
I didn't
yeah.
like what I saw when I Googled it, but I thought
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's an option.
NBA. I don't think NBA players need that slimming. Is what is also strange.
Very few of them, right?
Or just like I also thought like the NBA and its players, we all know the history of the Kardashians and NBA players that they're now just like accepting it.
What if it curses the entire NBA?
It has. I mean, look at the courts. Look at the,
court
uniform.
thing. Oh,
You're
yeah,
putting
it's
this on
true.
Skims?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Progressive drunk, trying to move forward, or like be open these new ideas in terrible ways.
They are trying to do. I mean,
Too much.
The truth is, they're trying to do anything they can to get whatever this next TV deal is. And then once that happens, I think we're going to see normal courts again. I really do. I think
gotta
like
make
they're-
it wackier and wackier until
it's
the
like
TV.
sillier and sillier until Amazon's like, all right, we'll do it.
Okay, I want to jump a few topics because we do have a special segment for you, Ian, that we want to play here. So the James Harden trade finally happened. He is now on the Clippers.
It's going great.
It's going swimmingly,
going
right?
great.
They're 0-2 with James Harden.
Yeah.
Is there any way this works out?
You're asking him, right?
I want you to chime in too.
Because I just don't know what to say. But it's still early. It works out because maybe next week James is just different.
I just don't know.
I have
There's
no other words to
in
say.
order for
Maybe
it-
he'll just be different.
Ian-
He is good. That's what's
Yes.
so vexing about it. Like but he is such a ball dominant player, and they have so many dudes on that team who are better if they have the ball in their hands. And
They-
no dudes who they shipped them all out to Philly.
Yeah.
who are doing great.
Yes.
Who are happy to have them.
It's just Russ was they were like, how do we figure out Russ? And they kinda did.
Yeah.
And then they were just like threw that all out the window by adding James Harden.
They don't deserve to be happy. They're one of those like
Yeah.
as soon as a relationship starts working, they self-destruct it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, I'm going to date an even more complicated girl. Like they're that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
I don't. It works in 2K. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
don't know that it. But also, I keep talking myself into it. Harden is it works for 1 year guy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like I go there and I can make this work for 1 year and then it starts falling apart. Those Brooklyn teams were good before Kyrie decided not to take the vaccine, like and blew everything up.
Yeah.
Like it could work, and it's gonna look good in the regular season when like Kawhi and Paul George are sitting out, I guess. But
that's what the only like real convincing someone has given me is like Kawhi and PG aren't always healthy, and it's like when you only have James Harden. If I was to pick any player to go 1-on-5 against team, James Harden's definitely in my top 5.
He could do it, yeah. Him and then Luka, which is just proto James Harden or whatever 2.0.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because I went and saw them in person, and albeit they were playing the Blazers, a new collection of players who hadn't played together before and who were very young, but they looked great.
Yeah.
That Clippers team before they traded for James Harden looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So I don't know that the ceiling got higher.
I
think it just got weirder. I think the ceiling got
weirder. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're not going to even talk about basketball, I feel like, in a month or two with that team. It's going to be some James Harden stole the team jet and gave it to Lil Baby.
Meanwhile, the head of Laker Nation, CJ, loving it. Look at him. He's smiling.
No, but
right
I
now.
can't love it because the Lakers are terrible and they don't have 4 All-Stars on their team.
But that's why you're happy, because you just get to just watch your team with the kind of regular roster be sort of bad.
And if you guys talk to Megan, she'll tell you how sad it is for me last night to watch the Lakers lose by more than 30 to the Rockets, and then I'm looking for anything to make me feel better, and it's like, oh, the Clippers lost by like what, 4?
Yeah.
But that's not. That doesn't. No, it's more embarrassing what the Lakers.
They
are
were
doing
chanting
right
Daryl Morey at James Harden, though. That's kind of funny.
That is fun.
Yeah. Boy, the Lakers, huh? They were really hurt though, too. They were. You had a lot of people out, right?
No team is hurt. You have LeBron out there. You do not lose by 30 to the
that
Rockets.
minutes restriction, the 29 minutes,
out the window.
Pretty quick, they got rid of that thing.
No, my theory on the Lakers and why I don't think they'll win a championship is it's a bunch of dudes sitting around watching LeBron James, which is like definitely what we would do.
Yeah.
But they all got to remember they're NBA players and they got to step up and play basketball.
It's such a long season.
Yeah.
Though too. I mean, you have the Nuggets and the Celtics, but it's such a long. And like these teams, all the good teams in the West outside of the Nuggets are all built around these geriatric superstars.
Yeah.
And so it's so hard to judge what the Suns and the Lakers and even the Clippers are going to be like in March and April based on right now, because it's like, well, they must know that they're not going to be anything resembling full strength right now.
Yeah.
They're going to be so different. So it's kind of hard to get a feel for it.
And that's why, I mean, and I don't do a good job of it, but the teams like the Timberwolves should be on the A block of every NBA show and podcast, you know? And it's just, but I'm almost going to be happy when this era of dudes kind of retire.
Yeah.
Like it's time to start talking about some
Timberwolves wasn't A block on y'all podcast when they did the Brazil? It was A block. Yo, Timberwolves Brazil was A block on my shit.
No, I didn't.
Can we look at that real quick?
I saw. Was it the? Maybe I did. What is?
I wasn't sure if you wanted to go into this rabbit hole.
I'm very
Is
sure.
penis on the table?
No.
What is this?
It's close to that.
It's like weird, like sexual wolf CGI, bro. It's like wolf sex.
It's a wolf eating another wolf. It doesn't really make sense.
And so is this just a timber? Why does it has a blue check mark, but I guess it doesn't mean anything
It's
anymore.
just like some Brazilian person who loves the Timberwolves for some reason.
There's a Blazers Brazil too, who are just like fans.
And do they have erotic?
I don't recall them being erotic before.
This is the one that's erotic. Yeah, the one where the wolf is like
swallowing
and releasing the other wolf.
Where is that one at?
I gotta find that real quick.
That one's way down.
Did we just watch that?
No, there's another one.
Oh my lord! I didn't even know this was a thing.
This reminds me of that like Shrek porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely in that.
Yeah.
It's right in the same zone.
I will say the Timberwolves are they've sold out 5 games at home in a row for the first time in 32 years.
Because of that.
Oh.
pretty crazy
Because of that?
because of the Brazil account.
Yeah, because of the Brazil account.
Does that make it for the first time ever? Because the T-Wolves been around, 32 years?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the headline that I saw, but maybe that's the first time ever.
Well, they've been around a little longer than 32 years.
1988?
1989.
89.
Yeah, so it's.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta watch this.
This is the one that really went viral.
Oh,
And
that's
they made this when the team was 1-1.
And it's just the motion is, oh man, it's wild. Is this why you didn't want to talk, because I would break it down?
Yeah, I mean, it's just very. It is what it is. There's no talking around what's happening.
Who's he eating?
It's another wolf.
On a side note,
What-
can you imagine the guys on It Is What It Is watching this video? Cameron and Mace.
Oh my gosh, that I would love
breaking
to.
this
Have
clip
they
down
not? Have
with
they not
OJ
talked
on
about it yet?
Zoom.
What do you think, Juice?
That was the craziest reveal. They were like, did you guys see that when that clip was posted? They're like, you're never gonna guess who's on the other end of this Zoom call, and I could not guess it.
They call him O, right?
Yeah. What do you think? Oh, and then it's just OJ giving very sane predictions on sports. It was the internet is wild.
And good.
Thank God for the Timberwolves Brazil account.
Content is content.
And you know what? This is a reason for me to root for them to continue to do well, because I want them to keep.
Come on, man. When
Yeah.
I heard Anthony Edwards was going to France to work on
Gobert?
pick and rolls with Gobert, I says
yeah.
this team is. Anthony Edwards has decided I don't care if this guy stinks.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with him. Let's go.
He's my shithead.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'll take him.
Real quick, actually, because we're all shoe guys here.
Yeah.
That Anthony Edwards commercial for his new shoe. Did you see this?
No, I haven't seen it. I've seen the new show. Oh, wait, I heard about this
Yeah,
one.
he's like
So-
throwing other shoes. He's
Yeah.
throwing other people's
They're going
shoes.
through. It's like a Pulp Fiction from the trunk kind of angle. We'll pull it up. It's real quick, but I would love your thoughts on this, because this is. And people don't know. For people who don't know, in Portland, like all the sneaker headquarters.
Oh, they're all
Nike's
Nike's
there.
in Beaverton. Adidas is just downtown across the street. I think even like New Balance isn't there, but I think like
And
Where's
my
Spalding at?
criticism
Where's
of
Spalding
Nike, who we work with a lot, is I would love for them to take chances,
Yeah.
especially with this new talent. Like LeBron's on 21, they got new guys coming up, new players, and I really think Adidas really went for it, and it fucking worked here. So let's watch this.
No one touching the AE1s. Pick the shoe. Nah, they ain't messing with it. Nah, they ain't messing with it. Ain't nothing. How about your boy? Man, these ain't nothing. They dead. Hell nah. These first shoes, I like them AE1s better than these, nephew. These the ones, Jack. Oh yeah, these the ones. The color, the feel, look. These the ones for sure. You know how I know? How? Cause they mind crazy, man. Believe that.
That reminds me of some like 90s Widening Kennedy
yeah,
type shit.
for real. It did feel like that.
Yeah.
Why don't they?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like a Nike. People are gonna buy their shoes. Why do they need to be experimental and risky? But I'd love to try.
I mean, they're so big. It's like, why risk losing anyone?
Yeah,
We're making so much money.
right.
If we lose anyone, that'd be the only thing we notice.
Yeah. The big national Jordan commercial, though, right now, with the one in like Paris, I'm like, this means nothing. What is this? And also, it's depressing, like the fact that like the bit. I know you work with like
No,
these
it's
people,
yeah.
and I like know people who work
Right.
at Wyden and all these other companies, but like like I understand it's still Michael Jordan. That's
Yes,
massive, and like
yes.
it's people our age buying a lot of these shoes and like buying them for our kids and whatnot too. But it's like that's who you're showcasing in there.
Yeah.
It's still Michael Jordan is like the most charismatic person in this commercial with all the other athletes. Like center on them, make them look
Yes.
better. Zion's like barely dunking in those commercials,
Yeah.
which I understand that might be an issue of its own. I do think there is a like vast creative deficit coming from like Nike and Jordan, and they've like been like flailing for like a little bit too long and just like banking on the past for too long.
No, and I feel like it's going to come back because I do think the Hardens are like there are shoes that are creeping up.
Yeah.
That are real competition.
If
the
this-
Mellows are like, those look like kids' shoes. Kids love
Kids
Mellows.
love those.
It'll all change if these shoes sell well. We all need to buy Anthony Edwards' shoe.
Yeah, true.
Because if
Yeah.
it sells well, they're going to have writers' room for every
Then
shoe.
they'll keep doing that.
It's
That's
going to
exactly
be
right.
crazy. They're going to start, hey, call Kevin McDonald. Let's make some sketches. We got some new shoes.
Okay, we'll take a break here, and then when we come back, we're going to play a special game for with our guest Ian Karmel, Blazers icon, I would say. So when we come back, we'll play For the Love of Dame, For the Love of the Dame. All right, final segment of the show. We wanted to, and I hate when
Thank you for clarifying it's the final.
final segment.
I got a wee-wee.
It's an Elam
You got a
ending.
wee wee? Okay.
No, not really. I just wanted to say wee-wee.
Hold it. You're.
I'm good.
We're all
Wee-wee.
adults
Oh, yeah.
here. But Ian, I feel like, and we all know X or Twitter, where the fuck it's toxic, especially. And I did feel bad for a lot of I have really great Blazer fan friends, and it was like, ooh, Dame, like he's gone, blah blah blah, and it's always talked about very negatively.
So many people called us a poverty franchise.
It's really weird.
We
what
go to the
people turn
playoffs
into.
most of the time.
Yeah. And we all love Dame. We love the
Come
Blazers.
on, they were fun.
It was great to watch his run there.
Yeah.
And so we actually wanted to maybe go through some of the best Dame moments in our eyes and kind of hear from you, allow you to reminisce like where you were, what came to mind, what comes to heart when watching this stuff. So if it's okay, if we can just like kind of reminisce on some of these
I would love to.
Dame moments in a segment we call For the Love of the Dame. Okay, so Max, I haven't even seen these yet. So
young.
Dame's debut.
Oh, this is his.
You could tell by the piping on that jersey. It's some LaMarcus. You're going to see LaMarcus soon.
Marcus putting up 28-9.
So this is him versus the Lakers.
Yeah.
He loves to smoke the Lakers.
Apparently, there was a game later on in the season, or maybe the following year, where he earned Kobe's respect, quote unquote, or something.
Yeah, he gave him a little placard. He said, "You've earned my respect." He officially deemed him someone with the Mamba mentality.
So Ian, he was like a 10th pick, or what was he, 9th?
He was
from Weber State.
Weber
So, like,
State in Utah.
Yeah,
9th pick.
I think so.
I think the 9th pick in the first round. Yeah, kind of slept on, but somebody who played I think all 4 years in college.
Yeah.
So we knew he was going to be like a little bit more like ready to go than like perhaps a Sebastian Telfair, another point guard we drafted. But yeah, he came out firing. 23 points, 11 assists. It was a beautiful day in Portland. And then he just kept this pace up for the entire season. He was amazing right off the bat. And this was a team after we'd lost Brandon Roy, after we'd lost Greg Oden. We got this pick by trading Gerald Wallace to the Brooklyn Nets.
Amazing.
As the final part of their like trying to put that super team together. We got this first round pick from them. So we weren't even supposed to have this pick. And yeah, man, it was great. Or did we take him 9th and then we took that man, Myers Leonard, 11th? I think that's what it was. So we had those two rookies. We had Dame and Myers Leonard.
So was it a quick like you were like, okay, this is our guy
Immediately.
Yeah.
Because he was also like, look, he's like, he's going right at Kobe Bryant. Like he's not afraid, and he did it at home. And we beat the Lakers in like his debut. And if you do well against the Lakers as a Blazer, that's all you got to fucking do, man. If we went like 78-4 and beat the Lakers 4 times, I think like Blazers fans would be pretty happy with that. Look at all these faces.
Yeah,
people say we didn't put teams around him, man. He came into a good situation. LaMarcus, Batum, Rudy Fernandez might have still been there.
This should have been a reason to keep those
Rudy.
red like
JJ Hickson.
Oh my god.
Martell Webster running around
Oh,
back
yeah,
there.
Martell
You
Webster
know I
was
love
running
me some
around out there.
Martell. Also, he's passing in these highlights.
Yeah, he used to pass.
Yeah.
He still does. He still has those moves, man. That's still something he does. I watched him do that last night for Milwaukee. He's a special offensive player. Blaze the Trail Cat. Shout out to Blaze the Trail Cat.
Back there, bugging out.
Whoa, it's the big Blaze.
Yo, did he have a scythe in
I
his
think
hand?
he did. I think this was around
He had a weapon drawn.
Yeah.
Man.
He was doing security too.
All
right, so Dame's debut, immediately no.
He was
I love
special right off the bat,
Yeah.
man. You could tell that he was good. Who was the other rookie that year? There was another. I'm not going to remember it, but dude, we were like immediately in love. He was great. The experience of being a Blazer fan in the years leading up to Dame was all pretty emotionally damaging.
Sure.
Because it was a lot of like Brandon Roy falling in love. This guy's amazing. His knees are shot. And we knew that going into it. Greg Oden, this is so exciting.
Yeah.
I remember when we won the lottery, I ran out of my house screaming. Like it was the most exciting thing that had ever happened to me, like as a Blazer fan. And obviously what happened to Greg Oden happened. And then we get
coincidentally, me buying his jersey on clearance was the most exciting thing that ever happened to me. I ran out of the mall because I saw the Greg Oden jersey for like $40.
I still got the Greg.
Like,
I wear the Greg Oden jersey all the
It's
time.
an amazing
still.
jersey.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
So
and
good.
Oden's a good guy. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard now. So, yeah, people try to shit on Oden. It's like, no, that sucks for him.
It sucks for him.
And he went back to school, and now I think he's coaching another school in Ohio or something
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
doing all right.
Yeah.
It's weird that like Mike Conley at one point was like a footnote in Greg Oden's career.
And
And now
that's-
look at Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Mike
right,
Conley. You
let's go to
never
the
know.
next one. That's why I'm like, oh, who's Wemby's point guard in France? He's on the Wizards.
Bilal
He was not
Coulibaly?
not the point guard.
Oh, he wasn't. He was just.
I think he's just a wing. At least I
Gotcha.
hope he was. Lord, if he was the point guard.
No,
for
he's a
them-
wing. He's a wing. He's a
Okay.
wing.
He's a wing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm keeping my eye on him because he might be something too. Okay, Game 6 against the Rockets.
Your boy is in this picture right now.
Really?
Yeah. This is the shot over Chandler Parsons?
Yeah.
I wonder if we can see me
Tell
in
us
the
if you.
angle.
Yeah, if we need to pause.
He's at the scorer's table.
I'm checking it.
I forgot that. You're calling the play
I was wearing a
right
white
here?
button down and a black tie. I brought this girl I was dating. They showed me on the Jumbotron for the very first time.
Yeah.
Wait. There I
he
am.
is.
There I am.
Oh my
I see
gosh!
him.
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah. That's
yeah,
awesome.
right there, dude. I was at this game. It was so sick. I knew. Look how fast I put my hand
Yeah,
up.
he
Hold
knew.
on. Go back.
He knew it was
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Rewind it. The hand goes up. Then,
Yep, you
look at
knew
that.
it.
At
You
its
knew it.
apex.
The
I was
ball
like,
is
that
right
is wet, dude. Goodbye, fucking Houston. Dwight Howard was playing great, dude. That was like a great Houston team.
Was this the one where Harden quit?
Yeah.
Sorta in the
I mean,
middle?
you got to be more specific.
There wasn't there one of them years where Harden like didn't play in a game, like
He was in
he
this
didn't
game.
check in the fourth or something.
He played in this
He's
one
on the
because
floor
there
right
he is
here.
right there. Yeah.
God damn.
That is one of the most euphoric moments of my entire life. My entire life. I was like the perfect amount of drunk. I'd had my ego stroked by being put up on the big screen.
Yeah.
And then it was so loud in the arena. Like people, it was one of those moments that you hope for, that you hope you get one or two times in
Who
your
was
life
the
as
white
a
dude?
sports
Oh,
fan.
was that like just like
That's just a dude who ran onto the court.
Man, there's he.
Or no, he's like some kind of, he works for the team. I don't know that guy. But and Dame gave us a couple of these, which is why even though we never won a championship with him, I can't be mad because
No,
it's like
pretty awesome.
we got so many moments where I felt like true euphoria.
bro? Playoff game winners at home.
At home, two of them to end the series.
I got one.
Yeah,
I got one in my life.
we got two like in the last decade.
Yeah.
I can't claim any of LeBron. Like those are the ones that are exciting, but like yeah, to be or
You don't
your
get to claim
hometown
any
team, that's
game
what
winners.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm like getting sentimental here. I'm like, damn,
It was
that's awesome.
such a beautiful moment. You were hugging strangers. Everyone in that arena was your friend.
Yeah.
And it like, and not to get like overly like sappy and poetic, but you know, like there were times when like that's Portland as a city, just any city can feel very disparate and fractured. You know, this was like the height of like hipsterdom, but also Portland is like outside of Portland is like pretty right wing. And
Yeah.
it, like it can, you know, there's a lot of like strife in that city as well. But in this moment, like everybody was fucking family, you know, and like,
Yeah.
you were hugging everybody, and in the concourse after, it was louder in the concourse after the game than it had been in any other.
Yeah, you
arena
don't
that
just
I've
go
ever
home
been
after
inside.
that.
No, people were just like screaming because they can't believe what they just like witnessed with their own
Yeah.
eyes. It was insane, and it wasn't even the last time he did it. It was So dope. I
That's
got to make a
crazy.
sketch on the Late Late Show with Damian Lillard about this moment.
Damn.
Like about, I guess, 8 years after the fact. Maybe 7, 6, something like that.
Also, this was to win the series.
Oh, yeah. This sent
Yeah,
Both
Houston
of
home.
them have been to win the series. The Wizards one was just to lose Game 7.
This sent,
We
yeah.
just got the right to lose Game 7.
No, this ended the series. This sent us on to the next round where we were roundly beaten, but we did win this series.
All right, next up we got the iconic
Yeah, this is-
staring at the camera.
The bad shot.
I'm trying to remember where I was for this because I definitely was watching this one with people.
Yeah.
This is so fucking nuts.
It's kind of borderline stupid.
36,
is.
a 36-foot jump shot.
And then he also did a step back.
Yeah.
Or like a
Over
sidestep.
Paul George and his hockey stick arms.
Man,
Immediately
and his
goes to
Freedom's there.
Yeah,
Oh
Freedom,
my
dude.
gosh.
Immediately jumps on Freedom. That fucking guy, dude.
And I will say, no NBA championship has ever created a meme
No.
as good as that.
No.
So,
And it's not even the. Wasn't there another one? Or it was the.
the bye-bye,
bye-bye.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
that was that to PJ or was that to Russ? The bye-bye?
I'm sure it was.
No, the bye-bye is here. The
Is it
bye-bye is
here?
coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
The bye-bye is coming real soon. It's in this video.
I think he did the bye-bye right after he hit the shot.
Oh, they just didn't show it?
Oh, I thought it was here.
Maybe it'll be on the replay, but
Nurk was hurt. Yeah, that's right.
Dag, Nurk was in a satin
that's
jacket for
another
this?
thing that hurts my heart is knowing that they're not together now.
Yeah. They
But
might
he's
meet
like-
up in the finals. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Were you at this game, Ian?
I was not at this game. I was in Glendale, California, at my house watching this on TV. I think alone. And when it happened, I sprinted out again. I sprinted outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he hits it and
He
then
must have do it. He does it
How do they
right
replay
after.
that? How do they not replay that?
I think then's the
Huh.
maybe not.
It is. Yeah, he's done it so often that you do blur them all together. If it's truly another clip.
The Dame bye-bye. Yeah.
It's right
Definitely-
after the
definitely
shot.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Russell Westbrook and him have had like one of the great Cold Wars I get of like of just like rivalry. But fuck, I gotta say, for the last like 5-6 years of it, Dame took it to his ass.
Yeah.
Like over and over and over again, including right there. Because Russ tried to rock the baby on him a couple times. Look at that shit. I got to go. I forget.
Wow, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
God damn.
I want to do like have you seen the Winning Time documentary where they say like the presence of mind, the presence of mind, like the presence of mind to wave bye right after you.
No,
hit
it's
that
cold.
shot.
Like just
To
knowing.
immediately start talking shit. I would rip my pants off.
Yeah.
and fall over. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I did that.
I hit
No,
one
even-
game winner in a Cavalry Baptist, and
Yeah.
I ran out of the gym.
I would have no idea.
Even
What
Jordan
to do with
went
myself.
up and like did that pump, like a fist pump,
Yeah.
and that's lame compared
He
to that shit.
Immediately talk shit.
Yeah,
And then just fucking like mean mugged the camera later on.
really
Damn,
good.
I hit a
Found the camera.
last week. I hit a game winner, and I just started doing this.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
don't.
like,
No.
I'm just a basketball player.
yeah, I like turned
I'm
into
just
a
a
baby
man.
instead of wave. You know how he said he was like waving by, like he was like waving to like his kid.
Yeah.
but like I was the baby.
Yeah.
he was still the parent in his version, but I was like,
Bye bye.
All
His
right.
sister and his brother run off onto the court too. It was so sick. I remember either one of the local newspapers or news channels or whatever had me up in Portland the week after this because I was up there for something, and they brought me onto the Moda Center court to try to hit that shot,
Oh man, that's
to try to
awesome.
hit the 36-foot shot.
crazy.
That is far.
Yeah.
difficult.
Real difficult. I don't think I hit the backboard the
No,
first time.
I've tried to shoot like an NBA 3, and it is further than you think.
It's so far away.
Yeah.
You really got to get your legs in it. It's crazy.
And that's people think it's all arm strength.
No,
it's like
it's all-
you gotta like
It's
do a
literally
squat.
from you shoot from the ground. It's
You got to
from your
release
feet, bro.
2 albums. You got to do boxing training. You got to be in a Modelo commercial just to hit that 36-foot shot.
All right, this next one, Birth of Dame Time. Again,
yeah.
iconic.
So they didn't even know what to call it at first. They called it Lillard time.
Oh man.
Well, because they had Miller time already.
Oh.
There's precedent.
Lillard time.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Woo, he's so cool.
Steve Blake was
created-
there?
Yeah.
Steve Blake was there for this?
Created
Terrapin
his whole
legend.
brand
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
With the Nelly?
And Will Barton. Will the Thrilly?
Yeah, Trill Barton's there,
The
dude.
DMV had to witness this.
Who's it? Joel Freeland, England's greatest NBA player.
Oh,
Joel
my man, and my
Freeland?
man Darrell Wright in the mix as well.
It's
You know what time it is.
such a cool celebration.
Lillard time.
It's not going to feel
Lillard
right when he
time.
does this for the Bucks.
He's done it. It feels weird, man. It's not.
Gonna feel great.
It's weird. I don't know.
If he's doing it in the playoffs against the
That's
Celtics,
true.
it's going to be sick.
Yeah. We're going to have to get a camera on you.
Exactly. The East
The
Coast
next time it
needs
happens.
the East Coast. Eastern Conference basketball hasn't had a killer in some time. Who's
Yeah.
hitting game winners in the East Coast?
I guess Tatum, Butler, I don't know.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butler's
outta
like
here.
taking game-winning charges.
Yeah, exactly. He's winning games from the free throw line. It's like some ugly layup.
Yeah, like it works. It's effective.
Running back. It's like, him running
Yeah.
through. What's that running back drill or whatever?
Yeah, getting hit the
You? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
bro. And I'll give you Tatum though, but
In
we
Dame
could use
time,
a little more.
again, just something that is on playgrounds everywhere now.
He's also he has the benefit of not looking like a cute little baby the way Steph does.
Yeah.
Like he just looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was what a pleasure. What a pleasure it was.
He put in some good years for
Yeah.
you guys. I know exactly where I was when I first saw this.
Oh yeah.
I was in my
Play
bathroom.
this one.
Sorry, Sourdough. Hulu has live sports again.
And this is filmed during COVID, right? And so it was like
It's just his face.
Yeah.
On like a,
It's a
like
deep
a,
fake.
deep fake,
It's a
right?
deep fake.
It
Yeah.
looks like it looks awful. It looks like a Mission Impossible movie where they're about to pull it off.
Yeah.
Or like what's that actor's name in Men in Black where he's got the where he's full of bugs.
Oh yeah, D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio,
Yeah.
sugar water. Like it's sugar water Dame. It's that's a weird one, and another one you could have pulled up was the No Good Clippers, where he plays a baby in the Allstate commercials. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I
Funny-
remember,
They did the
yes.
little man thing.
Yeah, where it's like,
Funny you should mention that.
oh, there we go.
Guess what's next?
I think this is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the two Oregon legends right there.
Drip, drip, drop.
Dropping dimes.
Baby Dame Dollar head, trailblazing dimes everywhere. I don't want to boast, but I'm dropping down from coast to coast. Dropping dimes everywhere, like I just don't care. I'm dropping dimes.
I mean,
on
what
the
a good
bike, on the
sport.
stairs.
This is-
I'm even dropping dimes on my teddy
Dropping
bear.
dimes.
It's a legitimately like his verses are pretty catchy.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Dropping dimes.
he's
Dan Gill.
yeah, Dan Gill.
Here's my OG, original grandpa. He might be cranky, he might be old.
This is a whole
but he
music
feels
video?
like a
Wow.
Timberwolf that can't
Yeah,
be
it's
Hype
like
Williams shot it.
2.5
He be
minutes.
selling
Yeah, it does.
they all
Like the letterbox.
Hy Williams and Director X.
Are you or do you think that he would be open to a return at some point? I know he
Yes.
just got there, but it
I-
seems like from watching this, like
I know for a fact he's open to a return.
Yeah.
And like I believe strongly
yeah,
that he would like to end his career in Portland.
yeah, you gotta.
I think even with the way that like panned out, I think maybe he has complicated feelings about the front office there.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for a fact that guy loves Portland. Is
Yeah.
keeping his home in Portland. His family's in Portland. Like that dude is I think he could run for mayor tomorrow and still get elected.
Yeah.
And just rule half the year for Milwaukee. Like we love him still.
Yeah.
And I think he could come back. Yeah. And especially like, here's how you know we still love Damian Lillard. Nobody has said that the rapping is only okay yet. Nobody in the city of Portland. No, like a couple people on Twitter, but for the most part, people
That speaks
are like,
to how white the town is.
yeah, exactly right. Where we're like, this is as good as any other rap I've heard. Where it's like, this is fine. Like, it's normally they're listening to Portugal the Man of Modest Mouth. So it's like, this is, we'll listen to this rap. If Scoop puts out an album, we'll listen. If Shaden Sharp wants to fucking do a fucking doo-wop album, we'll get into that too, whatever he's into.
Man, if he was in the Wizards, there would be some Instagram accounts flaming them tapes right now. Oh, man.
You don't think there'd be a Wale, Damian Lillard?
Oh, well, they would have done something.
They would have
together.
done a
They
track
definitely would have
together,
something
right?
by now.
Yeah.
I can only hope to God it'd be good. I don't even want to go down this road.
All right.
Now I'm getting sad thinking about that I like the Wizards. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry I took us there.
I got this, Kevin Love was in that. I got this sweater because I saw Kevin Love wearing it in an Architectural Digest.
What is
Nice.
that? What brand? Is it Kith?
It's Kith.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's very
I seen the
Oregonian.
leathery,
Yeah. You know, that's a Rob Hayes would probably want that.
He's
cardigan.
definitely got some questions. He might also have it.
He might also have it.
He might also have it.
actually have seen it. I think Rob Hayes does have it.
That's what
I'm saying.
Okay.
I might have
Do
just.
you think he saw Kevin Love's Architectural Digest as well?
Or maybe
Honestly,
he saw
yeah.
you,
Yeah, honestly.
and then he got it, but it's like it kind of traveled.
There it is. Yeah, dude. I was watching this. I was like so proud of myself. I went on the internet and I was like, Kevin Love Architectural Digest cardigan.
Yeah.
I had just lost weight. And I was like, how do I get into that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. It's a good house, man.
It is, man. It must be nice.
Is this
Somewhere
where
you
is
can
it? Is
fit
this in
into
New
the real
York, or-
cardigans?
It's wild.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
Manhattan.
when you can
went-
fit into the
Damn.
real cardigans.
I went I bought some insane shit.
Yeah.
That like just after losing weight stage where you're like, man, I bought these pants that are covered in palm fronds. They're like knit. It's an engineered garments palm fronds pants.
Oh, you
I
was
wore them
wildin'.
once in Hawaii. I don't know where else I can wear them.
Bali. You
Bali.
go to
Yeah,
Bali.
I gotta look at them. From Lake Oswego, Oregon.
Well, that's how rich you are. Where it's like I couldn't tell that's in New York because
That's
so
the
much
Nets' old
space.
court. He's got it
Yeah.
on his,
Nice.
on his. I think it is in Brooklyn.
I'm surprised he's never made it to the Blazers.
There's still time.
Yeah,
There's still
At
time.
least a couple years.
Yeah.
he might be too old to be on a Blazers team now.
This iteration, yeah. But it was really surprising he never ended up spending some time with the team.
Right.
He's such an Oregonian.
Yeah, Lake Oswego.
Lake Oswego.
Yeah.
Him and Kyle Singler were in the same high school class.
Oh, Kyle Singler,
Yeah.
man.
Kyle was from Southern Oregon, from kind of a poor town.
Yeah.
And Kevin Love could not have been richer, even before the pros. Singler like gave him work a couple times in high school.
Yeah, I
too.
remember seeing what was that one doc, the Beastie Boys, gunning for that number one spot.
Yeah.
And I remember Singler, and the people were like, "Oh, he's the next Bird." And then
Yeah.
there's Kevin Love. Who else was in that? Brennan Jennings was in that.
Yeah.
Tyreek Evans, Lance Stevenson. That was like a class.
Full chubby Kevin Love.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Singler, is that
Color me
like-
bad beard.
Yeah.
Like everything.
That's the end of the Duke. Kind of Duke winning titles.
Yeah,
Kyle
so-
Singler?
yeah.
All right. Well, dude, Ian, thank you so much for stopping by here.
This was such a pleasure. This was so much fun.
Yeah, man. You're doing stand up full force now.
I'm back on tour.
Yeah.
You can go to my Instagram or my Twitter. I got the link tree with all the dates on there. But I'm
Great.
going everywhere. I'm going to be in Vancouver, BC. Shout out Big Country Bryant Reeves. I'm going to be in Austin, Texas.
Nice.
Shout out, I guess Wemby would be the closest. Shout out Boris Dia, who
Did
I
you-
imagine spent some time in Austin.
Oh, for sure.
You know what we should do one day?
Got some brisket out there. For sure.
Sure.
We
dude.
should get all
They still
the
to Lockhart.
the NBA comedians, and you
Yeah.
can go to do a tour with like marquee games. So you go to the game,
Yeah.
and then the next night you see us, or we do a late night
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
We'll do like the casuals tour or something.
The casuals
Yeah.
tour. I'm in.
Check us at Oklahoma City.
We'll be at
Real
the Ghost
soon.
Hotel in Oklahoma City.
Real soon.
Oh,
us at,
staying at the Ghost Hotel would be sick.
Wise Guys in Salt Lake City, dude.
Every project CJ planned is just some sleepovers.
That's what Jamel said. LeBron
Put
Museum
together-
just opened.
Yeah.
Where's
he
the
trying
LeBron
to get us
Museum?
in Akron. He wants us to go back to Akron so we
I
can
really
go to
like
BJ's
Akron.
and get Pazookies and go to the LeBron Museum.
Yeah. You ever been to a BJ's?
Of course.
They're really
Yeah.
fun.
We had a BJ's. That was like the place. BJ's was the bar where when I first went back for Thanksgiving, where all the high school kids, like who I went to high school with, were getting
Yeah.
hammered at BJ's, dude.
Yeah.
Getting a big deep dish pizza and a Pazookie.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
but
I
we
mean, it ain't
are
bad,
in our
but-
late 30s.
Yeah.
Jamel, what do you got coming up?
I got all types of stuff, bro. It's Broccoli House on Instagram. We got link trees over there too, baby.
All right. Well, that's been Casuals. Thank you to our guests, Ian and Jamel. Guys, subscribe, comment, like, however you make this thing become big or watched or whatever. Please do it. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you guys next time.
Well, we're all going to fight Jake Paul.
Yes. Together at the same
We're
time.
going to fight him. And Logan, dude.
For free.
For free.